What's better than one legendary cartoon character? Two legendary cartoon characters sharing the screen, causing absolute chaos, and making us question our own friendships. Whether they're best friends, sworn enemies, or something hilariously in between, these dynamic duos have entertained us for generations. Because even the best duos sometimes get overshadowed by the truly iconic ones. 10. Ren and Stimpy. The original odd couple. The Ren and Stimpy show was one of Nickelodeon's first cartoons, and though it has one of the darkest production stories in animation, it also changed the face of animation forever. It followed the misadventures of an angry Chihuahua named Ren and his best friend and roommate, a dumb cat named Stimpy. Every day brings with it new and grotesque challenges, often made worse by the duo's individual flaws. Much of the surrealist humor of the Ren and Stimpy show comes from how these two contrasting personalities react to each other and the crazy situations they wind up in. Ren's first instinct is usually to descend into a psychotic rampage, while Stimpy means well, but his lack of intelligence often makes the situation and Ren's blood pressure worse. On the voice acting side, Billy West is perfect at bringing out Stimpy's simple but big-hearted nature, and after series creator John Kricfalusi was removed from the show, he did an admirable job as Ren, but nothing can beat Kricfalusi's insane ramblings. 9. Wile-E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. The ultimate chase. Roadrunner, the coyote's after you. Wile-E. Coyote and the Roadrunner first appeared in the 1949 cartoon short Fast and Furious, but became popular around the world thanks to the Saturday morning animated anthology series from the 60s, The Roadrunner Show. Its premise is simple and brilliant, centering on the endless chase that goes on between the coyote and the bird, with the Roadrunner managing to outsmart the predator every single time. Fans today likely still recall the numerous running gags, like the Acme products, and iconic sound effects from the series. The gut-busting characters are synonymous with classic animation and are still referenced in contemporary shows and films. 8. Donald Duck and Daisy Duck. Love, but with more screaming. Although Mickey Mouse had a great theatrical career in the 1930s, Donald Duck eclipsed him in popularity by the end of the decade. Thus, it was only natural Disney would give him a girlfriend. After an attempt with Donna Duck in 1937's Don Donald, they struck gold with Daisy, an outspoken and fashion-loving socialite who has since become one of Disney's core characters. The success of Donald and Daisy is thanks to their timeless appeal and contrasting personalities. They're a classic romantic couple, trying to make things work despite their flaws, be it Donald's temper or Daisy's jealousy. Sometimes they can get into arguments due to their mutual stubbornness, but they always come back around. 7. Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. The ultimate stoner besties. Zoinks! Although the most recent entry in the franchise, Velma, turned out to be one of the lowest-rated shows in recent years, it does little to tarnish the reputation of the legendary cartoon duo, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. Norville Shaggy Rogers and Scooby-Doo's friendship is best represented by the original Saturday morning cartoon series from Hanna-Barbera Productions, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, which aired from 1969 to 1978. Together, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, along with the rest of the gang, unmask the very human villains behind seemingly supernatural occurrences. In the process of their humorous hijinks, Shaggy and Scooby have given fans iconic movies and catchphrases like Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And with the franchise still popular today, who knows how many more generations will fall in love with the wacky duo. 6. Goku and Vegeta. Rivalry, but make it legendary. Dragon Ball is one of the most recognized media franchises to come from Japan, so, fittingly, it also has one of the best rivalries in anime. During the first arc of Dragon Ball Z, the series' protagonist, Son Goku, learns that he is a member of an alien warrior race called the Scions and faces off against Prince Vegeta when he comes to Earth. Their first battle leaves both of them severely injured, but Goku decides to let Vegeta go in the hopes of meeting him again. Since then, Goku and Vegeta have become the best of frenemies, especially when Vegeta becomes a permanent resident on Earth. They respect one another as fighters and enjoy seeing how far they can push themselves, though Vegeta's pride often leads to him doing reckless and borderline evil actions in his attempts to surpass his rival. Not that Goku seems to mind, since to him, any reason to spar with Vegeta is a good one. 5. Rick and Morty. The multiversal chaos duo. The world of adult animation tends to be hit and miss in terms of humor, character, and art style. One show that managed to impress a wide audience is Rick and Morty. It follows the adventures of Rick Sanchez, a nihilistic genius who goes on adventures across the infinite multiverse with his 14-year-old neurotic grandson, and how it affects the rest of their family. Rick is like a perfect blend of negative tropes. He's arrogant, egotistical, and stubborn to a fault, especially when he's convinced he is right. In contrast, Morty is more soft-spoken and tries to balance his grandfather's cynicism with optimism and kindness. Rick and Morty's interactions are the heart and soul of the show, which throws the innocence of youth against the harsh realities of the world. 4. Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, the OG power couple. After losing the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Walt Disney and UB Iwerks created Mickey Mouse. Soon after, they created Minnie to be his girlfriend, inspired by the flapper subculture. Over the decades, both of their characters would go through massive reworks, but their love always remains. Mickey and Minnie are perhaps the most recognized couple in all animation. They might not be as exciting as others due to their universally sweet and kind personalities, but in this way, this helps them retain relevance regardless of the era. They are the ideal relationship, with mutual love, understanding, and admiration. 3. Tom and Jerry, the original frenemies. Created in 1940 by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, Tom and Jerry features the two titular characters who make up one of the oldest duos in animation history. From 1940 to 1958, the cat and mouse duo chased, bashed, and hammered one another in over 100 shorts. The duo has continued to chase each other through multiple spin-offs and films. Their success came from their contrasting personalities and skillful animation that rivaled Disney at the time. While Tom is usually arrogant and Jerry sympathetic, both can be the instigator or the victim of their never-ending feud. Several adaptations have tried to make them friends, but what audiences want is more slapstick to laugh at. 2. SpongeBob and Patrick, the dumbest and best friends. Beneath the waves, in the town of Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob SquarePants makes famous Krabby Patties at the local restaurant, the Krusty Krab. When he's not working, he's hanging out with his best friend, Patrick Star. Together they annoy their neighbor, Squidward, catch jellyfish, and make up their wild games. While most episodes show SpongeBob and Patrick as being childish, their subtle differences are what makes this SpongeBob SquarePants pairing so good. Patrick is the dumber and more stubborn of the two, while SpongeBob is more mature but easy to sway. The vocal performances by Tom Kenny and Bill Fagerback perfectly capture the innocence of the characters. 1. Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, the ultimate cartoon duo. The Looney Tunes have a wide cast of wacky and zany characters, but none fit this description better than Daffy Duck. During the early years, he was the king of screwball comedy, but things changed when directors Chuck Jones and Friz Freleng experimented with his personality. Now a more cynical and greedy character, it was decided that Daffy should be paired up with Bugs Bunny, and the rest was history. The dynamic between Daffy and Bugs is so strong that it practically writes itself. They are two clashing egos that refuse to back down from a challenge, though Daffy is usually the one who causes their feuds due to his narcissism and need to win. This often leads to his own downfall, since Bugs can easily twist his words and actions against Daffy, which helps cement him as one of the best cartoon characters. From rivalries to bromance, these animated duos have cemented themselves in pop culture history. Which duo is your favorite? Did we miss any legendary pairings? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more animation chaos.